Hello and welcome to Pride Stars, the worldwide online talent contest that celebrates amazing diversity from all around the world to bring you a talent contest like no other. Now, if you haven't already seen who won the amazing talent contest, you simply have to go back on the videos to watch the winner's announcement with me and Soraya Vivian. But if you're here for the interview with the incredible Pride Stars Home Edition winner, you're most definitely in for a treat because I'll be talking to them and finding out what they've got coming up in the near future and, of course, what makes them tick. Don't go anywhere, and a reminder that you are not alone, and Pride Stars is here to represent Pride from all across the world. So it's about standing up in solidarity against the hate and against the oppression, but also recognising the intersectionality that exists across the world through the LGBTQ+ community. So without further ado, let's speak to the winner of Pride Stars Home Edition 2020, the incredible, the insatiable, and the very inspiring Jenna H, otherwise known as Jenna Honio. So welcoming to the show then, we have the incredible winner who is a true inspiration to so many people out there. It is Jenna Honio, or otherwise known as Jenna H, I think she's been calling herself. Jenna, hello!
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for coming on the show. Really do appreciate, obviously, you coming on to speak to us. It must have been a bit of a shock for you to win the show, because I know you were shocked when we first spoke to you about getting through to the finals. But yeah, how do you feel now?
Oh, you know what? It's been like a roller coaster of emotions because I just can't believe it. I feel so humbled because the amount of talent that was in that final, the people were just phenomenal. And yeah, I get quite emotional when I talk about it, but I honestly feel truly, truly blessed to have won. I can't believe it.
It was incredible. We got halfway through announcing, people like getting people out, and that was it. You know, you were in tears, I was in tears. It must be a ginger thing, right?
Maybe it is. We're extra sensitive.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, everyone was leaving, and I thought, you know what? You know, we've all really worked hard for this. And when I saw them going one by one, because you know the way that you announced it was pretty intense. Let's be honest. I just couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I was in bits.
It was incredible. I mean, it was amazing to be able to host the winner's announcement and obviously the final. And of course, it was such a strange thing because, you know, I'm so used to being on a stage and talking to people. And then all of a sudden, I'm kind of sitting in front of a web camera. And this is not my safe place at all. Actually, my safe place is up in front of thousands of people.
Same.
Not in front of a couple. And it's bizarre because when I say that to people, people are like, what? Thousands of people? And it's like, I genuinely, that is my safe place. It was incredible. And of course, when we spoke in just before the final, you kind of started to tell me a little bit about your journey. And I thought, do you know what? Let's delve into that and find out a little bit about that. And of course, the reason why I'm asking is because, you know, it will help, and it does help so many people, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think when people share their stories, if people can relate to it, you know, it makes you feel like you're not alone. I was explaining to you that, you know, I'm an addict in recovery. I've been clean now for 21 months. I did have quite a serious problem with addiction, drugs and alcohol. I was self-medicating for many, many years because I genuinely felt like I didn't fit in. It all stemmed from when I was young, you know, from an early age. I was bullied. I was bullied a lot for my appearance when I was younger. And I just remember wishing, you know, that I was somebody else, and it was painful. And the only thing that really helped me, or that I thought helped me at the time, was drugs and alcohol. As soon as I discovered that, it was like, you know, all of those feelings of being really sort of, you know, not good enough, not fitting in. It took all of that away. It really numbed me. And I went and rolled with that for about 17 years of my life. And it was really, it was very difficult at times. Very, very difficult. It took me to some really dark places. And at the end, you know, I was homeless. I had nowhere to live. I was going around on people's sofas, on people's floors. I had all my stuff stored in my car. It wasn't glamorous in any way, shape, or form.
What was that? What was the pivotal moment for you then? Because you are a truly talented, gorgeous person, and of course, you know, there must have been a moment where you kind of went, right, I've got to do something now. What was that moment? What was that trigger point for you?
I mean, I think it was a lot of people. I think when they come out of addiction, they talk about their rock bottom, and I didn't have one specific rock bottom. I think it was just an amalgamation of lots and lots, over and over and over again. I would do things that were outrageous, end up in situations that were really unsafe, and it just kept happening over and over and over again. And I've got to be honest, I'm sure the last 5 years of my using was just so unnecessary, but I was hooked at that point. You know, I didn't know any better. I didn't think I deserved any better. I genuinely didn't want to live. And the end for me, you know, I woke up one day and I thought to myself, I can't continue this life. If this is, sorry, I'm going to get emotional. But yeah, I just thought, if this is it, if this is how life's going to be, you might as well just end it now. And I planned how I was going to do it. I was going to take my own life because I just felt like I was a burden to everybody. I was destroying my life, and it was horrendous. But one of my friends, actually, that I'd known from school, I reached out to her because I knew that she was in recovery herself, and she had a serious addiction. And, you know, she was 2 or 3 years clean, and she explained to me how she'd done it. And I just followed her advice. I got some help. I got some group therapy. And, you know, 21 months later, I've won Pride Stars. Yeah, my life is absolutely beyond my wildest dreams. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but it's true. And I'm so glad that I found recovery.
Definitely. I think, you know, you should be really proud of that. And the fact that you're now brave enough to share your story and, you know, because a lot of people don't share their stories, and the reason they don't share their stories is because of judgment and that fear of judgment. Whereas, you know, and you can see the importance of sharing your story because somebody else shared their story with you.
Yeah.
You should be really proud of that. And I think, you know, that people at home listening or watching this right now will see that you are just genuinely somebody that now just wants to crack on and move forward, and you can see that ambition, you can see that drive, and purely that is why you won the competition.
Yeah, I really, really do believe that, as well as singing, my primary purpose in life, I think, is to carry this message of recovery, that, you know what, if you're stuck, if you're in a really, really bad place, you can get out of it. There is always hope. And yeah, I'm really passionate about that. And you know what, the people that judge, because there are people that judge, they tie you with this brush and they think that you know, you're something that you're not. That says a lot more about them than it does you, I think. So yeah, and as I say, if you share your story and it just gets through to just one person and helps that person in that 1 minute, it's totally worth it.
Definitely. And I think, you know, there's definitely kind of room in people kind of talking about things, because with drugs and alcohol, that then potentially impacts mental health. It's really important that people kind of take good care of themselves, but also seek advice and seek that guidance, and reach out to somebody like you did. That period of time, you reached out to the person, and that person was able to share their story and you know, support you and get you into that road to recovery. But you should be really, really proud. And of course, I won't delve any more into that, because I could see, you know, just how much it means to you now, really, just to positively share that message of, look, I've done it and I was hooked for so long, you can do it too.
Yeah.
So, you know, well done. Is there kind of a couple of things that you could say that potentially would get people thinking, or is there some organization or a place that somebody can go to get that first step into recovery?
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's really, really serious issue, and if they are really in dire straits, there's lots of different helplines. There's lots of different places that you can go to if you just search online. As well as that, you can go to your GP if you really need some help. But the main thing is to reach out, and even if you feel like you're totally alone, you're totally isolated, there will be somebody in your life that you can talk to. Pick up the phone, send a text message, go online, go to a forum and talk to complete strangers. You don't need to know these people, but the important thing is to get whatever's in your head and whatever's in your mind, you get it off your chest, share it with somebody. That fear of judgment, it is difficult. Okay, it is difficult to break down, but as soon as you've done that, you feel so much better. It's like a relief, So just
like a burden's gone. That's it. You can crack on and move forward. Well done, you. And I'll keep saying that you should be really proud. I'm sure that you are very proud. Pride Stars, obviously, you auditioned. Your first audition was incredible, and we'll be playing that in a short while. What inspires you?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I just think happiness and joy, really. As cheesy as it sounds, this whole situation has been horrendous. We're locked down in our homes. We can't go out and perform. We can't go and see performers. And for me, I think that music is something that really brings people together. We're not able to do that now. We're not able to go out. We can't socialize and we can't do it live, but we do have the internet. Thank God. Imagine if we had this whole thing tons of years ago. What would we do? So I kind of do it a little bit selfishly as well, because it makes me happy. But in the process, it makes other people happy as well. So I think for me, it's just to keep my energy levels up, my spirits up, and hopefully in the same time other people's as well.
Amazing. And in terms of kind of, I suppose, somebody out there that potentially would inspire you or motivate you, is there a specific artist that is your kind of like your go-to?
Oh, you know what? That's difficult because there's so many. I love Lady Gaga. I think she's absolutely just out there. Amy Winehouse, she was absolutely beautiful, beautiful girl. Whitney Houston as well. I don't know. I quite like the artist that, is extremely talented, but for some reason they seem quite troubled as well, But
I can definitely hear that in their music. Lady Gaga, for instance, she's got significant health problems, and you can hear that in her music. She's a fantastic showgirl. I mean, obviously, somebody that will put on a show for you, but actually after that show, she's probably in a bathtub somewhere for a couple of hours trying to recover. But she does it because she loves, it's similar to you, actually. She loves that element of, right, yeah, I'm giving something good to an audience. I'm making people feel good, and I'm making people feel valid as well, which is, an important message of hers.
Yeah, no, it's huge. And I think if we can channel whatever's within us into the music, I mean, that is going to help other people. I'm working on loads of different stuff at the moment. And for me, I've always had this like a writer's block, maybe, if you want to call it that, or fear of judgment. I'm scared to write these lyrics down, to actually put on paper what's going on with me, in case somebody turns around and goes, oh, I didn't really like that. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that that's going to really hurt my soul. But you know what? It's going to help more people than not. And so I'm writing some things at the moment. Some of it's recovery based. Some of it's just life experience based. Because my life, if I'm being totally honest, has been very colourful, to say the least. And I've got a lot of stuff that I need to write about, a lot of things that need to come out. So that I am in the process of doing that at the moment.
I think that's really important, and a lot of people that have been through a number of things in their life, and then find or discover music, say to me in interviews, right, yeah, I'm going to write about my divorce. I'm going to write about my house move. I'm going to write about, the time that I done this first time or whatever. And actually, it kind of is a way of them telling their story, and showing that actually that is my past. It's made me who I am now.
Yeah.
But it's never going to go away. But,
yeah.
But things happen for a reason. I'm a true believer that things happen for a reason. You went through your journey because you were destined to help other people, and that is the way that I see it. And I truly believe that things happen for a reason. So crack on with it. And I really look forward to kind of hearing some of your music in the coming months and years. Who knows? We could have a #1 hit. So a little birdie tells me that there's something very special coming this Christmas. What can you tell us?
Well, what I can tell you is I've recorded a Christmas single, and I'm going to be releasing it closer to Christmas. So it's going to be the 12th of the 12th, 2020. It's my version of Oh Holy Night, but what I wanted to do was raise awareness for Mind, the mental health charity. That's the most important thing for me, I think, is that throughout, the years of addiction, it triggered off some mental health problems for me as well. And Mind were an organisation that helped me when I really, really needed some help. So they're a very important charity to me, and I just want to raise some money and raise some awareness for them, and really just put mental health first this Christmas.
It's really important. And obviously Mind, if those listening don't know what they do, they provide really good advice and support to empower people that are experiencing mental health issues to then be able to challenge their mental health issues themselves, but also with the guidance and support. But they also do much more than that, because local Mind charities also do things like supporting people that are homeless or going through other difficult and challenging situations. So they'll tackle the root cause, and then they'll tackle the mental health and anxieties that potentially people would have around those root causes. To find out more about Mind, simply head over to mind.org.uk, and on that website you can pop in your postcode and find out your nearest Mind office for localised support. And during lockdown, they are providing online tools and services such as conference calls that you can join in and have some peer support to speak to people that, like you, may be having a difficult time. Alternatively, there are a number of other mental health charities such as Mary Frances Trust and, of course, Catalyst. Jenna, thank you so much for sharing that. Obviously, we really look forward to playing that song closer to Christmas on the show. It wouldn't be right to play it now.
No,
but we're going to play 2 of your songs back to back that are from your Pride Stars auditions. And I think, you've been absolutely great, and I'm so glad to see you win. And I really look forward to seeing you on the Mass Palomas Winter Pride stage next year as well. Hopefully COVID-19's gone.
Hopefully.
No longer spoken of, and we're all there to have a bit of a party.
I can't wait. I'm so excited, honestly. Please, COVID, off you go.
It'll be gone by then. It'll be gone, and we'll have to both be like factor 50'd, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'll catch a few more freckles, but that's literally about it.
I'll get like 3 or 4 freckles, and then I'll get the heat rash. That's it, done.
Yeah, same.
Oh, don't. Right, as always, I like to play a little bit of a game with people that are joining me on the show.
Okay.
Today, I'm going to be playing a little bit of a word association game, but this time I'm not going to be getting caught out. Last time I had Abercrombie on the show, and I said aubergine, and she said...
Okay.
So,
oh, wow.
And it was live then, so yeah, that one I'm going to bleep out, obviously. So you have no idea if you've just tuned in what I've just said. Right, so I'm going to say a word, you say a word that comes up, the first word that comes into your mind. Marshmallow.
Fire.
Candle.
Light.
TV.
Remote.
Sky.
Light.
Cloud.
Rain.
Ginger.
Hair.
Eyebrow.
Pencil.
Oh, I'm going to give up. I can't think of words today. You know what? It's been such an emotional and, incredible week. There's not much more else I could say other than thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you for shining a light on mental health and positively talking about it. I think it's really important that people continue to talk about mental health and break down those stigmas attached to it, because mental health can affect anybody. If you break your bones, people can potentially see if you break your leg or your arm or something, but actually if your mind's broken, people aren't going to see it. And the only way that they're going to see it is if you talk about it. So pick up the phone or talk to somebody. And of course, the Pride in Surrey talk service is available for you. Text talk to 88440. That's talk to 88440. Text the charge at your standard network rate. Please ask permission from the bill payer before you text. Perfect. Jenna, before we go, any closing words then of encouragement and inspiration for those that may be watching or listening?
Oh, I just don't know what to say other than, never, ever, ever give up. And we always have hope. If you're in a situation that you don't feel that you can get out of, life can change so drastically in such a short space of time. Just keep going.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Jenna H. And of course, you can find out more about Jenna via, the internet, but we will be posting all of her socials and things on our social media channel at Pride in Surrey. So find out more about Jenna H. And of course, on the 12th of the 12th, make sure that you go and find Oh Holy Night, which is the charity Christmas single for the incredible charity that is Mind. And like I said, to find out more about Mind, then simply head over to mind.org.uk. Jenna, thank you very much.
Although there has undoubtedly been progress in the last century for LGBT people worldwide, there remains a divergence in rights globally. Some countries are becoming increasingly tolerant, others are becoming more repressive. 72 countries criminalise same-sex relationships, and in 45 the law is applied to women as well as men. Over a quarter of the world's population, 29%, believe that people in same-sex relationships should be charged as criminals. The death penalty is either allowed or evidence of its existence occurs in 8 countries. In more than half the world, LGBT people may not be protected from discrimination by the workplace law. Many LGBT people are rejected by family and from other forms of social assistance. Most governments deny trans people the right to legally change their name and gender from those that were assigned to them at birth. A quarter of the world's population believes that trans people should not be granted full legal recognition of their gender identity.
Hi, I'm Jenna H, winner of Pride Stars 2020 Home Edition, and this is me singing my version of Memory from Cats. I hope you enjoy.
In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again. Every street lamp seems to beat a fatalistic warning. Someone mutters and a street lamp gutters, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin.
Hi, I'm Jenna H, winner of Pride Stars 2020 Home Edition. This is me singing This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. I really hope you enjoy.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, 'cause no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I go, and I'm marching on to the beat I grow. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let this shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the stars. We are warriors. Yeah, that's what we become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. The sharpest words gonna cut me down. Gonna send the flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing that can quite and the sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I go.